Black Ops Cold War, the 2020 release in the Call of Duty series, just had its beta phase, and it took me a little bit longer to finally talk about it because, you know, Destiny Collector's Edition was here, so I thought I would give this a little bit of a boost first. Well, let's sit down and talk about it. What do I think about it? Well, personally, I think I changed a lot as a gamer, and especially where my skill ceiling is, because I feel like I've never had such an easy time to play against other Call of Duty gamers. And it very much probably comes down to one factor, that there is crossplay PC against console players, and I feel like it's really weighted against the console players. Like, I did actually play on the first weekend on PlayStation 4 a little bit with a mate together, because we always do that. It's kind of a tradition. And I had to say, especially in a living room situation where I'm like 2 to 3 meters away from the TV and just playing on the console like a PlayStation 4 Pro, I had a very rough time seeing anyone. I had to really get close to the TV, which is of course not advisable. And then when I switched the weekend after that to the PC version, which is all that this footage is based on, I have to say I had so much easier time, at least, to get when enemies are moving, because all movement stuff is of course what helps me find and detect enemies, but it's probably also still not enough, because another factor comes in as well, which I will talk in just a second. Again, because of the crossplay, I feel like sometimes some shots are very easy to hit, because I feel sometimes even on PC we have a little bit of an aim assist, depending on the weapon of course, but still. And against console players, which don't have the most refined, of course, movement, I feel like, at least when I saw them, I have a very easy time. And I feel like not only on this map that we can see right now, but also on other maps, sniping around was so easy and so, well, fine, at least from that perspective, because it kind of was easy. There's one cool factor actually that helped a lot while playing. And you can see sometimes that my screen turns orange on the sides. That is, as far as I know, a brand new perk for Cold War, and that is that you actually get a warning either in, you know, sides of your screen turning orange to show where somebody's aiming at you, or even a high-pitched noise similar to tinnitus, which is actually not that nice. So as you can see right now in this clip that I just saw, you know, I just turned around because I knew somebody was looking at me. I knew he was right behind me, so 180 I go, snap on the target, and then I just need to shoot. In that case, I saw on the right side some orange light. I need to turn right. Of course, I can go somewhere else if I want to, you know, pick a different fight, but it helped so much, of course, in fighting and finding enemies, and made it so much easier again, next to the crossplay feature. Alright, different map. This time we're in the desert. And there's like a two-part of this map. On the left side, it's much more enclosed, you know, with all the stone area around you. It definitely helps, especially console players at least, because then you can just focus on, you know, small areas, you know, alleyways that you just need to focus on. And if you're on the outside, like me, I'm a fan of snipers, as you can see, you just sit down in the dunes and try to headshot everyone. And especially that was a lot of fun to me personally, because not all the shots were that easy, especially over the maximum distance from one end of the map to another. The maps are big enough for that at least, but if you're just a little bit skilled enough and have the right loader, just like I do, you know, with the C4 as backup, and of course the healing item in the left hand with Q, it got kind of easy. Even if you get shot in the chest, you just, you know, duck down, are not visible to the enemy anymore, heal up, and then you're good to go again. And as you noticed again, there was also this orange screen effect that helped me notice somebody's rather close. I should just do something about it. Alright. Yeah, somebody from the right, but also from the left. See, it's kind of getting easy. Even with the sidearm, I had so much fun. And especially on a large map like this, if the spawn points are kind of open, especially if you're far enough away so the spawn doesn't, you know, turn around, it gets kind of easy, especially for snipers, to just trap people down there. You can see this. I'm hitting a 9-time streak in this part right now, and it's insane that this basically is possible to happen. There should be a way how, for example, snipers like me should be prevented from that. Alright, let's switch it around and see another scene. I like on this map especially that visibility is kind of good. In the Miami map that we had in the beginning, that was very dark and very, you know, forcing you to go slow. But in this map here, if you have the tracing ability, go after the bodies of the enemies, you kind of can have a lot of fun both ways, either sniping in the dunes or getting close up and personal. And this scenery may not be the best, but I kind of like how I can definitely see how AWPing in CSGO, for example, helps me out so to flick on the heads of the enemies right here. Alright, let's change up over to the last part of the video, and that's especially the worst offender of maps in terms of visibility. This is the Senate here and the US Comrade, and I have to say, here there are so many dark spots, and especially because enemies, you know, the things that I see right now, they sort of just meld with the background together. If you manage to get the visibility of the name and the life bar thanks to your crosshair, it gets a little bit easier, but because it's also so, you know, red themed, everything just blends into the background, even if you are able to spot them right now. Here in this alleyway, this is actually much nicer because it's a, you know, bright background with, you know, red name. But inside, and especially other areas of this map, specifically, you can see enemies are just really hard to notice and track. I would hope that the level design would be improved at least a little bit, but this is kind of what I feel like overall with this Cold War release. The game looks partially too good, too realistic, that it would actually make fun. I only saw the dude because of the tracing rifles that he used, you know? Because I see, okay, the bullets were coming from that direction, I know where I need to expect someone. I only saw this dude because he was moving a little bit around and did not shoot me right away. And I feel like everyone else has the same problem as I do. In the outside area, the shadow on the wall helped me find this dude. So lucky I could pick the fight thanks to my sidearm. And in other areas, as you see in this example, you can't see the enemy at all. I mean, can you see him? He's right there. Should be very obvious, but he's in the shadow, and red on red, that just doesn't work. This spot particularly is so sniper heavy. I mean, if you know what you need to look out for, easy, right? But still, it would just be easy to pop your head every now once and then to surprise somebody else and just camp the whole time there, which I'm not particularly a fan of. But alas, let's get to the final thing that I wanted to say about Cold War. The game and the beta was fun. It was especially fun because we had twice XP, so we were of course leveling up and then unlocking everything so much faster. Am I a fan of this unlocking principle? No, because like most Counter-Strike players, I feel like it should be about the skill, not about the tools you use, right? Or if you have to pick certain tools, of course, you should have them from the get-go and make them basically your own because you attach your skills to those tools. But if these tools, you know, again, take so much leveling to just unlock them, it's not that much fun. So of course the beta helped a lot in that direction. Would I go out and actually buy the game? Not for the multiplayer. I feel like if this situation stays as is, even if the other maps are so much better, it's partially too easy for me. So it would just be me running around sniping everyone. And I did see my KD over the whole beta weekend. It was past 2. A KD of 2 or even more almost every match. And granted, I was maybe not playing the objective the whole time, but still. I'm a fun. But it was not enough fun to actually get the game at release. And that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe maybe to not miss any new videos. My name is Ostis here for Weapon of Noise, and I see you soon again in the next CSGO video. Have a nice day and goodbye.